Good day everyone. In today's class, I'm going to provide solution to this given problem where we have to find the values of x. Okay, so the first thing to do here is to rewrite the given equation, and that can be written in terms of 222 raised to the power of x in bracket of 3, then plus 222 raised to the power of x equals 222. Okay, so looking at the left hand side of the equation, we have two terms there, and 222 raised to the power of x is common in each of the terms there, so we can just represent that to be y. Okay, so let 222 raised to the power of x be y. Okay, so by implication now we can now rewrite this equation in terms of y, and that can be written as y cube plus y equals 222. Okay, so what's the next thing to do here? Let's equate the equation to be 0. Okay, by doing so, we need to subtract 222 from both sides of the equation, and we're gonna have y cube plus y minus 222 equals 0. Okay, so the last equation we obtained here is called cubic equation, and for a cubic equation you are expected to have what? 3 roots. Okay, it can be 3 real roots, it can be 1 real root, and what is it called, 1 complex conjugate root. Sure you understand? So but just know that you are expected to have 3 roots. Okay, now from here, so how are we going to solve this? Y cube plus y minus 222. Okay, remember that when you have 6 times 37, this is gonna give us 222. Okay, but this is not the only two numbers that will give us 222, but then this is what we're gonna use here to solve the problem. All right, so now we have y cube plus y minus 6 times 37 equals 0. Okay, and now y here can be written as 37y minus 36y minus 6 times 37 equals 0. Now why am I using 37 minus 36y? Yes, the question is very simple. I have 6 and 37 here, so I have to think of two numbers such that I can actually factorize 37 out, and 6 must be a factor of that number as well. Do you get that? Okay, so if that is clear, now let's rewrite this equation. This can be written as y cube minus 36y, then we have my plus 37y here, then minus 6 times 37 equals 0. Now from the first two terms here, what do you have? The y cube minus 36y. I'm going to factorize y out here, which is a common factor there. By the time you do that, you're going to left with y squared minus 36. All right, now from the last two terms, what can you factorize out there? Yeah, I'm sure that's 37. When you factorize 37, you be left with y minus 6 equals 0. All right, so now we've reduced the equation to be in terms of two terms now from the first term here, where you have y in bracket of y squared minus 36, so this can be written as y squared minus 6 squared. Okay, then you have 37 y minus 6 equals 0. Okay, so y squared minus 6 squared is a difference of 2 squared, and for difference of 2 squared of this form, x squared minus y squared, we said this is going to give us what? X minus y and x plus y. Okay, by implication, this should be y minus 6 and y plus 6, then plus 37, then y minus 6 equals 0. Okay, what do you think we're going to do next here? Okay, now if you look at this equation very well, now you can see you have y minus 6 here, y minus 6 here, where we can actually factorize that out. All right, so when you factorize y minus 6 out, now from this place, now you will left with y in bracket of y plus 6. I'm sure you are getting that. Okay, then from here we've already factorized y minus 6, so we left with 37 here, then we're going to have close brackets, then equals 0. So the equation has been reduced to two factors now. So the two factors are y minus 6 and this one. Okay, so let me just rewrite this again. Y minus 6 in bracket of, expand this, you have y squared plus 6y plus 37 equals 0. Now don't forget, from a quadratic equation, when product of two numbers equals 0 or product of two factors equals 0, so one of the factors must be 0. Alright, so which actually means is that y minus 6 equals 0 or y squared plus 6y plus 37 equals 0. Okay, now here is y equals 6 or y squared plus 6y plus 37 equals 0. So we still have a quadratic equation here. We've gotten one of the answers here, which is y equals 6. So the remaining two values of y could be obtained here. Do you get that now? But looking at this equation now, we cannot use factorization method. So the only method that can actually solve this is the quadratic formula method. You understand? And to use that, the first thing to do is to test whether there is a real root here or there is no real root. Okay, and to test that, we're going to check for the discriminant where the discriminant is b squared minus 4ac. Okay, so by checking that, we have a here to be 1, b is 6, and c is 37. Okay, so when you make substitution of these values in this equation of b squared minus 4ac, so let's see what we're gonna have there. So this is 6 squared minus 4 times 1 times 37. Okay, so 6 squared is 36. So 36 minus 4 times 37. So of course this will definitely give us what's negative. So when your discriminant is less than 0, that means the equation has no real roots. Okay, when you have no real root, that means you're gonna have complex conjugate roots. So by implication, there is no real root in the second factor, which is this quadratic equation. So which implies that we only consider the value of y to be what? To be 6. Okay, but going back to the given question, you are asked to find x, not y. But from here, from equation 1, what do we have there? We have y to be 2 to raised to the power of x, and we've gotten y to be 6 now. So 6 equals 222x. So we can write this as 2 to raised to the power of x equals 6. Now to get x, now what will you do? Yeah, I can take the lane of both sides. Lane 2 to raised to the power of x equals lane 6. And don't forget, when you have lane a raised to the power of b, this can be written as b lane a. So by implication, this can be written as x lane 222 equals lane 6. So what's the next thing to do now to get your x? You divide both sides by lane 222, lane 222. Then finally you have x to be what? Lane 6 over what? Lane 222. And this is the final answer to the given equation. So in decimal, this will give us something around 0.33161. Okay, so this is the answer to the given equation. So don't forget to drop your comments, like and share. Thank you.